Hey, what's up? This is MJ. Today I'm going to answer a question from the comments. I'm going to do this video with no edits. So if I make a mistake, we're just going to plow through it. Anyway, it's a question from Erica Lilly, and she says, I'm trying to get into mechanic work, but as a side hustle. I think I only want to do small things like oil changes and tune-ups. Do you think it'll pay to do that? All right. So I'm going to answer your question today. Personal video just for you. So I'm going to have 4 quick points and 2 cheat codes at the end. So remember, I always give the best cheat codes. All right, number 1. You want to work as a real mechanic in a real shop before you do a mobile mechanic business. And here's why. When you're a mobile mechanic, you're going to be out there by yourself and people are going to be looking at you as a number 1 professional. So you're not going to be able to learn on the job. You're not going to be able to ask any questions of the older technicians when you make a mistake or if something comes up that you just don't understand. I know we make it look easy on YouTube making videos, but sometimes things don't go according to plan. And getting that experience in a real shop is going to be critical to having a successful, even if it's just a side hustle, mobile mechanic business. So get a job in a real shop, even if it's part-time, even if it's just on weekends, go ahead and do that. I have a video, how to become a mechanic without going to school. And now is the best time because nobody wants to work. So get on it. Number 2, okay, for the legal part of starting a mobile mechanic business, I'm gonna go through this real quick. If you want me to expand on this, I can in a future video. But, wait, let me drink some water. All right, you guys start an LLC. It's different in different states how you do that. Just Google it for your state. Sometimes it's as easy as paying $100 or $150 and picking a name and filling out a little paperwork online, and then boom, you have your own LLC. And they even ask you, do you want to be the CEO or the president? So for mine, I picked CEO. I thought that sounded cooler. But anyway, yeah, get your LLC. That will protect you if you ever get sued. They'll only be able to sue the LLC and not you personally. Then you want to go to the IRS website, get what's called an EIN. That's just a number for your business that they're going to use when you pay taxes. Then you want to get some business insurance. You could try. I had a company called Next Insurance. It was like $35 a month for $300,000 worth of coverage when I was doing my handyman business. But right now my business is just focusing on YouTube videos and doing repairs for my friends' cars. You could get a logo made up for your business on an app called Fiverr. You can put that logo on your business card. Fiverr is just like artsy people, and you pay them $50 or $100 to make a logo. And then they give it to you, and then it's yours. So you can put the logo on, you can get a hat made up or a t-shirt with your logo on it so you can look professional. I would also recommend the Caterpillar H2O Defender work pants because you can get little foam inserts that they have little pockets for you to put them over your knees so that when you bend down to get on if you got to get on the ground for something, you won't be hurting your knees. So get those pants. I'm going to do a video on that in the future. All right, anyway. So yeah, looking nice and professional and legal. You can advertise on Facebook Marketplace in your area. You want to focus on higher end customers because you're going to be charging more than Jiffy Lube or something like that. Which brings me to my next point. Hold on. Brings me to my next point. Realize that oil changers are what's called a loss leader in a business, meaning you're hardly going to make any money off of just oil changes. Like Jiffy Lube, Pet Boys, dealerships, they don't make any money on oil changes. They make money with the upsell. But the difference between some of their upsells and yours is you're going to be telling the complete truth. You're not going to be fixing everything. You're going to be focusing on fixing just a few specific things that I'm going to talk about real quick. All right, so the upsell, point number 4, you want to upsell brake pads and rotors. When you do brakes in your mobile mechanic business, just replace the rotors. It's going to be too much of a hassle for you to try to cut them, and even in a shop, usually just want to replace them anyway. They don't give you that much room on new rotors to even be cutting them that much. So replace the brake pads and rotors, that's an upsell. If they need brakes, you could do it right in their driveway or in their garage. Brake flushes are good. If you could get a mobile or just a small air compressor, you can get a vacuum pump to do brake flushes with. You can also do that with coolant flushes. There are tools to where you could quickly evacuate the coolant and then push it right back in with your air compressor. And this tool, you can just look that up on eBay or Amazon. But I wouldn't say don't do any trans flushes. I wouldn't mess around with that. So yeah, pads and rotors, brake flush, coolant flush. And when you're selling the oil change, sell it as a package. So say, look, I'll come to your house, I'll change the oil, I'll do a quick safety inspection and bring your scanner, and I can scan your car for codes. And you're going to be selling this as more than a typical oil change, because you bring it to them, you're super convenient, you're going to get to know them as a person and have good customer service, and they'll recommend you to their friends, but it's going to cost them. You want to be making at least 50 to $100 just to come out there. So, price yourself accordingly, but you got to pay yourself, because if you don't, you're just gonna be wasting a lot of time, because you got to go pick up the oil, you got to get the oil filter, then you got to drain it out and make some type of absorbent pad to where if you accidentally spill some, it doesn't get on their driveway, because they're going to be mad at you if it does. All right, so yeah, do that, your quick safety inspections. And here's your cheat code number 1. In addition to selling it to, upper middle class, upper class type people who are going to be able to pay for this service, you want to also look to see if you can get any businesses that will pay you, like construction companies. Now, my friend has one, and he's got 2 business vehicles and 2 personal vehicles. So if you could find people like that with small businesses who have a few vehicles, you can say, look, I'll come out, I'll do the service on all your vehicles at once in one day. That's so much time that they don't have to go to a dealership or somewhere and wait in a waiting room. Like, nobody wants to do that anymore unless they have to, especially for basic maintenance. So yeah, when you're focusing on your oil changes, your brake flush, your brake pads and rotors, your coolant flush, your S-belts, and easy tune-ups only. Don't get to do any tune-ups where you got to take the whole intake manifold off. You want to be in and out fast. You want to be making $75 to $100 at least just for the quick oil change and inspection. Anything after that is more. So, because you got to pay for this business insurance, and you may want to get a business phone line added onto your regular line. So you just get a business phone, so you have your own phone number. So, all right, let me get to the point. Cheat code number 2, and I'm not sponsored, but this is something I'm going to be getting in the future too. Go to a website called matcotools.com. It's for a company called Matco. They're a competitor to Snap-on. They sell professional mechanic tools. So you'll get to know their name once you become a mechanic. They have something called a motor specification guide. Basically a real thick book. The one I was looking at covers 2010 to 2019, I believe. And it'll have a lot of different specs for each vehicle. So it'll have your brake torque specs. It'll tell you the S-belt routing, the fluid specifications, the fluid. They have the brake bleed procedure and sequence. They had stuff like resetting the oil light, the maintenance light, which is going to be great for you. So yeah, get that. That's like $110. I'm gonna get one myself. I just want one. So anyway, yeah. All right, that's under 10 minutes. Not too long today, MJ. Great job. All right. So anyway, if anybody else wants questions answered, your old pal MJ will answer them with a video just for you. So put a question in the comments if you want. Thank you for tuning in and have a good one.